Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a airbrush review and sort of spray test. I've got a little cracker to show you today, guys. This is by RICHPEN. It is the 112A airbrush and this is the one we're looking at today. This is a 0.2 needle and nozzle setup. Really nice chrome finish on this. Slimline, very sleek brush. You've got no cup to the top or the side. You've got a little cutaway to the top of the brush where you can probably get about 4 drops of paint into that little reservoir at the top for when you're airbrushing. So a very slowed down brush in my eyes. A few drops of paint, you'll paint for a few minutes and then you'll be topping that little reservoir back up. As I say, this is 0.2, so when you remove the cap to the front, you've got a nice little bit of needle exposure there. The trigger is a double action trigger on this, and this is what steered me towards this brush, because I used to use the AIRBRUSH and they look very similar to this, where they've got no cup to the top, it's just a little scallop. The actual trigger is double action, so it's very minimal movement down and back for your paint. It's a flat trigger with a little grooves on the top, which is nice and grippy, nice and comfortable. The back of the brush just tapers up, all smooth, no cutaways, because sometimes when you're holding the brush, them cutaways can dig into the side of your hand. So you've got a full smooth body. Take the back off, that reveals your chuck. You can change and adjust the tension of the spring just here. You can dial that in and out and just take the softness or stiffen the actual spring for the trigger up. Chuck at the back, needle slides out like all the other airbrushes. When you remove the cap to the front on this, you remove that one and then remove the next one. The actual nozzle is like this, so you've got your little spanner, you can take that off like you get on the Iwaters and the Creos. You can undo that one there and remove your nozzle. So that's a bit about the brush. I've put on the bottom the air filter trap, what you get on the Micron. I've put it onto this one just to give it a little bit more weight in the brush because it's really light, and I like the feel of that because it gives you something to hold on to. You've got your nice scallop here on the body, which I really like on brushes. It's nice and rounded either side, so when you hold the brush, it's just comfortable there on that bottom finger. Just gives you something to steady the brush with. So that's a bit about the brush. We'll put some paint in it and I'll show you what brush this brush can do and how good it is. It really is, guys. It's a very nice, comfortable brush to work with. As I say, a few drops of paint and you're painting for a few minutes and you're topping up. But the nice thing about this, you've got so much visibility all around this brush. When you're going in, you can see everything because you've got no cup to the side and you've got no cup to the top, so you've got full viewing of your piece of art that you're working on. So we'll chuck the airline on, drop some paint in, I'll move the camera in and we'll just do a little spray test. Right guys, I've got it set up. As you can see, you might not be able to see that, but I've got a tiny little bit of paint in there, and it's not advisable to do a bubble back with this because it just spews up and just runs down the side of the brush. But you can get, I got 4 drops of the golden and I've done 1 drop of water just to thin it back, as it's quite warm today. The paint seems like it's a little bit stickier. So we'll do some little dots, and this thing, if you can see that, this thing gets seriously down, guys. It really does. They are pinhead dots on there. So you get your dots, we'll do some bigger ones coming across, and this thing atomizes absolutely. It's unreal. It really is. The softness of that dot on the outer, on the atomization, is cracking, guys. It really is. The feel of the brush is just silky smooth. It really is. Dagger strokes are an absolute doddle with this brush. They really are. Really nice point to point not a problem. As you can see, super fine lines with this, and the paint just flows really nice with this. We're about, them few drops are about gone. We've got to that far on this piece, but the feel of the brush and the trigger is outstanding. It really is. Great brush. I'll leave a link in the description if the company still do these, because I got this from, I think it's Everything Airbrush, and these were on the sale at the time. These brushes were over 100 and it was on sale for about 105. I picked this one up for, and I'm so glad I got it. I really am. It is a cracker, guys. It really is. What we'll do is we'll just drop a little bit more water in there, and then we will drop this pressure down. So we're probably running 5-6 psi in there, and not a problem at all on getting down with this thing. And this is a brand new brush. I've done one demo with this, and this is the second time I picked it up, and this will just get better with time because the springs really tensiony in the trigger. So once this has been used a few times and you bed it in, brushes always tend to feel better after about a year into it. The springs soften up. I mean, this is incredible now, so when this spring's softened up, it'll be amazing, guys. Great spring, great trigger, and that pressure's right down. You can hear that. That's hardly any air coming out of there at all. We'll just open that back up to about, that's about 20. Yeah, that's 20 on the airline coming in. And it just atomizes really, really well on that paint. And as I say, you've got full visibility on this. You can see all around the brush when you're working. So for a detail brush, brilliant, because you can see all of your image. You're not getting anything blocked by a cup or a side feed in the way. And you've not, the only thing, you've not got loads of working time because you've not got a lot of paint in the cup. But I don't mind that. And we all know airbrush paint does go a long way in a cup. You can be painting for quite a while with a few drops of paint. But a really nice brush, guys. The feel, nice, comfortable. You know when that paint's coming out, it's just like there, it's so precise. Gives you a little bit of confidence when you're painting, when you're coming back on that trigger and you know exactly where that paint is. And that's what makes a good brush, I think. Trigger response, comfortable trigger, good atomization, just makes a brilliant brush, and this is a cracker. It really is. Can you drop a bit of coverage down? Not a problem. And we're out of paint. Little blast through, give that a little clean, and that'll do for this demo. So there you go, guys. That's what it can do. That is the RICHPEN 112A. It is an absolute phenomenal brush. It really is. This will blow a lot of top brand brushes out the water, this thing will. It's an absolute cracker on a 0.2, works really nice, responsive trigger, yes, detail, brilliant. I really like it. I'm glad I got one. I'm going to start using this a little bit more. I'm going to try some portraits with this because you've got a really nice visibility with this brush when you're working. As I say, there's no cup to the side, there's no cup to the top. Dead easy to clean these ones with the top bit because you're not putting loads of paint in there. You just put a couple of drops in, 1 drop of water with the golden, job done, and you're painting for say 5-10 minutes with a few drops of paint. So that's the 112A, that's one we've just done the demo on. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can see me in the next one, which will be in the body shop tomorrow. I'm back at work in the body shop doing some spraying, so I'll take the camera along and you can join me in the body shop. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.